Hey guys, it's hump day. I just wanted to get on here and talk for a couple of minutes about New Year's resolutions and goals and things like that. I don't make New Year's resolutions. I'm more about the goals. I like to make goals because I don't know, somehow it's not quite as heavy as a resolution. And so I've gained weight over this Christmas holiday. There's no denying that. I think most people kind of decide that they want to lose weight, get healthier, you know, set goals for maybe doing marathons or things like that. I don't have time. I guess I can make time. Maybe that's not the total truth. But I have to say that I want to be healthier. And so I've been looking at different options in order to do that. And I would have to say that I know with our gradual weight gain over the last couple of years, even since I had Addison, I dropped down and now I've climbed back up. And it's not just Christmas. Christmas just kind of heaped on top of it. So I have been committing to doing more Pilates. This week I've been able to do a lot more walking. It's supposed to get really, really cold outside. So I don't know how well I'll be able to stick to that. I've also read up a bunch on slow jogging because a YouTube video popped up about slow jogging. And I found that really interesting. It's a really easy, kind of fast way to get your steps, and it's non-jarring. I find that it really works my calves because with slow jogging, you're standing up straight, you're landing on the front of your foot instead of your heel, so it's not jarring you. Maybe it'll build up strength for me to be able to jog. I've never been able to jog. Back when I was in high school, we used to have to do PE, and we would have to run the loop, it was called. So we had to go all the way around the loop. And if you could do it in 12 minutes or less, our gym teacher would take you out for a Slurpee. And I would die trying. And this was at the beginning of PE. After that, we still had to play like frisbee football or soccer or something like that. So I was usually toast for the rest of the gym period because of the fact that we were supposed to run this 12-minute, it was a mile. And I just never, ever was able to do it. And I was always disappointed that I couldn't do it. But as I've gotten older and had babies and life has moved on, I've realized that I don't really care about jogging for my own personal satisfaction. I have family members who jog, and like my brother, he's amazing at jogging. He can do these crazy 25-kilometer, 30-kilometer jogs in the middle of the night. I don't have that ability. Again, lie. I may have that ability, but I certainly haven't developed it. So one of the things that I have been looking at is just, like I said, trying to get back into healthy eating, because with the gradual weight gain, I can see that it's definitely something that we need to work on at our house. We eat lots of vegetables. I would say 98% of our meals are homemade. We don't eat out very often because of the size of our family. It costs us a lot just to go out. Even McDonald's is very easily $70 for all of us, or more. Honestly, there's 7 of us. That only gives us $10 a person. So we're probably looking more at like 80. We haven't eaten McDonald's style lifestyle for a long time. If we're on a road trip, say to my parents or something like that, we may. Otherwise, that's something that we avoid because it's not something that we were able to do. Bailey and I were off of gluten, dairy, and eggs for quite a while. I was off for about 9 years, and I would cheat here and there, but I would feel so gross. So we wouldn't do McDonald's or A&W or things like that unless we were on a road trip. And then half the time Bailey and I would get our burgers wrapped in lettuce or something like that in order to be able to eat what everybody else was eating. Because in order to eat on a road trip, you either need to plan ahead and have all of those things with you so that you don't end up eating something you shouldn't, or you end up eating what everybody else eats. And we felt so much better when we didn't eat it. After seeing a doctor in Panama, we're both doing better with it. I wouldn't say we're perfect. It's definitely still hard. I know Bailey has complained to me a few times about the gluten in white flour especially bothering her. Hence the fact that I've started a sourdough bread making journey so that we can try it. It's supposed to be easier because it's been fermented, and it's supposed to help with the digestion of it, help with the blood sugar and those sorts of things. So we are giving it a try. I feel like it's not as bad, but I don't know for sure if I should be eating it because it still kind of hurts my stomach. And so I'm trying to be careful with that. So I've incorporated Pilates back in. I do Pilates because of a neck injury that I got when I was a teenager. I bounced a small truck in the ditch, and it then bounced back out and in. I went in front ways, and then I bounced back out and went in backwards. And then people helped pull me out, and I drove home. And it wasn't until I got home that I realized my neck was hurting, and was, I was shaking and bawling. I think by the time I turned in my parents' driveway, I started crying, and it all just hit me. It was rather traumatic, but thankfully I wasn't really hurt. I just have some neck pain. I can keep it at bay. I can also not visit the chiropractor as often if I do Pilates. So I tend to do them because it makes me feel better. It gives me flexibility, which I would like to try and stay flexible. I'm not a naturally flexible person, and so I do need to work at it in order to keep flexibility. I can't bend over and put my hands flat on the floor. I some days it's a strain to even reach the floor. So this is something I do for me. It also releases stress, which I do need. Homeschooling isn't always easy. I have one child specifically that likes to push buttons and push hard against any type of rules. Even today was actually a really hard day. So knowing that I can use my Pilates to release that steam and to help me be able to cope better makes a huge difference. I just want to talk about a few things that I find helpful right now in my parenting, and something new that I'm going to try as far as diet. I think my fitness regime will probably stay the same, but diet is definitely going to change, and I'm going to try and help Clancy change his too so that we can work on it together. This is meal prepping, planning ahead so you don't have to count calories throughout the week. And I think overall that just eating this way will make a huge difference for both of us, just to eat healthy. I have thyroid issues and adrenal issues, and I wasn't able to take some of the adrenal supplements that this doctor in Panama told me that I should be taking for quite a while. So I kind of slid back a little bit. So I've been on higher amounts of adrenal support and high amounts of thyroid support, and I think that's why I may have gained so much weight suddenly when I contacted our doctor in Panama, who's still helping us. I contact him via WhatsApp and we chat back and forth, and he's more than willing to help us. He mentioned that I should up those dosages, so I haven't stepped on the scale for a while because I was so frustrated with the numbers that I was seeing, and I hate to see the numbers go up. Little interruption. Hi, you.
Are you doing a video?
I am doing a video. What are you doing?
I finished.
Okay. Did you eat apples? Okay.
Well, Tiki ate all.
One of the people I've been watching on YouTube is Liesl Jane, and I can try and link her. You can see her website up there. I have been using her as someone that has kind of encouraged me in healthy eating. And so I have just bought the Beautiful Body Guidebook and the free book. And it talks about, you can see it's a 12-week program. Well, I'll check out the exercises. I'm intrigued to see what they're like. We filter all of anything that we drink, anything that we make hot drinks with. Oftentimes I'll use it in our cooking too. So I just made the purchase. It was $15, but it gives you 4 weeks of meal planning, very healthy meals. If you go onto YouTube and search her, you can also find that she does meals for the first week that you can watch, and she gives you the recipes completely free. And after reading reviews from other people, I'm seeing that she gives a lot of stuff out for free, and she's very generous. And so I feel like spending $15 to maybe try and encourage us to eat healthier and get on the right track would be a benefit to us. It can't hurt us. The foods that I'm seeing that she uses are definitely things that will help me to eat healthier for my thyroid's sake. Sugar isn't good for my thyroid. We always filter our water. We use our Berkey filter that we bought to go to Panama. Um, we filter all of anything that we drink, anything that we make hot drinks with. Oftentimes I'll use it in our cooking too. I don't think the water here in Okotoks has fluoride in it, but fluoride is also something that I've read recently as damaging for your thyroid. So cutting out sugars. So I just made the purchase. It was $15, but it gives you 4 weeks of meal planning, very healthy meals. If you go onto YouTube and search her, you can also find that she does meals for the first week that you can watch, and she gives you the recipes completely free. And after reading reviews from other people, I'm seeing that she gives a lot of stuff out for free, and she's very generous. And so I feel like spending $15 to maybe try and encourage us to eat healthier and get on the right track would be a benefit to us. It can't hurt us. The foods that I'm seeing that she uses are definitely things that will help me to eat healthier for my thyroid's sake. Sugar isn't good for my thyroid. We always filter our water. We use our Berkey filter that we bought to go to Panama. Eating more fruits and vegetables and good carbs, healthy fats, and the right amount of protein will make a huge difference. I do use protein powder. Today, it certainly didn't fill me up. I used it for breakfast, but it certainly wasn't something that filled me up. I use Vega protein, Vega, I don't know which way you say it. That's my preferred one because it's vegan, and then I don't have to worry about the dairy in it. The other thing that I was talking about, I've started following someone on YouTube, and they are called Live on Purpose, and they have been helping me in my parenting journey. I've talked about having a more difficult child, but overall it's just so many different videos talking about helping your child manage anger, things to say, not to say, I'm just noticing there's a video about helping mothers control their anger, because oftentimes I get frustrated when situations escalate, and it gets really frustrating for me trying to know how to help or diffuse the situation or deal with it in a way that works for the whole family. You think you know what you're doing with parenting, and then you have a child that all of a sudden breaks the mold and is very strong-willed, and you can see that she'll go far and do amazing things, but trying to get through the parenting side of things is absolutely crazy. Our goals for next year are for Tegan and Addison to go to school. So life will change drastically. Addie will be in kindergarten 2 days a week, where it would just be Clancy and I at home. Addison would be in full day kindergarten, just 2 days a week. It would be amazing. I'm nervous, excited, because I have not had time just for me for about 13 years. It'll be at that point. So it will be a major life change. We're still praying about it, deciding, moving forward with it until we get a no-go or a go-ahead. And this is just a decision that we're making for us. I am thinking about getting some further education, or else maybe getting a job just to get out of the house and do something. So exciting changes here. But one sec and I will show you the vlogs that I was talking about with Live on Purpose. I don't really know a better way to show you. I have to figure this out. I know that I can link it down in the description, and I plan on doing that. But just the episodes on here have been fantastic, and I have to recommend them to anybody who's struggling with different things, just to go on here and see what you can find that pertains to what you're going through with your child, or maybe even in your marriage, and just listen to them. The videos are never really long, always amazing points in there, and even though it's only been probably in the last week that I've started listening to them and viewing them, I have to tell you that it's made a difference just in my response, and maybe in the response that I'm getting from my children too. So this is going to be a big year for us as we work on health. In September, Bailey will be going into finishing grade 12. Kieran is going into grade 12. Caden will be moving up into grade 7. Tegan will be going into grade 4 at this point. We have to make sure that she's up to where she needs to be with her spelling and whatnot. But the goal is grade 4. And Addison will be starting kindergarten. So next year, around December, Bailey will almost be done school, maybe in January. So it's going to be some big changes. It's some amazing goals working with Bailey's health and my health, helping Bailey to get through this with all the struggles that she has had and trying to keep her on top of things. Right now, she's really struggling through the end of semester and her teachers are supporting her, we're supporting her, and she's trying to make the best decisions possible in order to be able to finish out the semester. So our goal is just to keep moving forward, to try and take some vacations. We have some friends that we want to go and see in the States, and we would also like to be able to go camping and spend a bunch of time together this summer. That could all change with kids getting jobs or whatever it may be. But our goal is to get Bailey healthy enough that she can finish school, get a job if she wants to, and start moving on. It's been an adventure. It's been a journey. And the road ahead, at least there's like light now where it feels like we're really close to the end of the tunnel. There have been many times where it felt like we couldn't even see the light at the end of the tunnel. And now the hope is big and we've come out what feels like the other side of this illness. We keep still having to figure things out as we go, but we feel that we have the tools that we need, the supplements that we need, and the support that we still need from the doctor in Panama. And we're really blessed to have found someone who will continue to support us in this venture. I just wanted to share those things and where we're headed this year and just some of the resources that have been helping me the last little while and where I'm hoping to go with it. Have a great day.